What's up, everybody? Ben here. Just had an opportunity here with the YXZs all cleaned up, and I figured I could do kind of a walk around video. I haven't done a recent video of the cars. They both got a recent rebuild, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. So the covers are off right now. I wanted to expose some of the new bits, but the two YXZs are almost identical. So the blue one here is a 2020 YXZ 1000 stick shift model. The red and black one is a 2019 YXZ 1000 sport shift model. Both of them have had a complete color change. The 2019 was gray. It was like a light gray and a dark gray. And the 2020 was red with a white stripe. And when I built this one last year, or year before, I don't know, time runs together, but I did a video series of the entire build from stock to pretty similar to where you see it now. I've done most of the work myself on both of these cars. I do not do the engine or transmission work. So I normally have Weller do that. And while it's at Weller, both of the cars, I usually take them both at the same time. And while they're there, they both get some other, miscellaneous things that Weller's good at and they're efficient at. So I have them do some things. Okay, so both cars are very similar builds. The transmission is different from the factory. So like I mentioned, there's a stick shift. So this blue one is a 3-pedal car. The red and black one has paddle shifters and no clutch. The biggest difference other than that is really just tire choice and cages. Some slight differences there, but not much. They are both NXS Designs long travel suspension kits. They are both Weller valved Fox shocks, the stock shocks up front, and then it is these are Fox Factory 3.0s in the back with Weller valving and springs. Both have all the electronics so this has the new Power Vision. Weller has a new kit with a dual tune, so I can run 93 octane or 91 on one tune, or I can switch to E85 on another tune, which is how I normally run it. These cars both run E85 full time. They both have aftermarket fuel tanks that have increased volume for the range that I want. With E85, it uses a lot more fuel. They both have built Weller motors. I believe it's 10.5 to 1 compression pistons with rods, and I'm not real sure, to be honest, on everything else. I think it's still factory cams, but I'm not sure. It is the new Gen 2 Weller Racing Turbo kit on both cars. Great response. It's a small turbo, but it spools very, very fast and it's very efficient. Both cars have CBR radiators to handle the cooling duties, along with oversized Jagged S oil tanks. Both cars have Performance differentials with Alan Anderson's kit that includes the drive shaft and the oil vent can as well. That's this one is right there. I've got the covers off of these things. I'll cover them up here in a minute. You'll notice I changed like the coloring a little bit. So everything on this car is either black or red, and then everything on the blue car is either blue, black, or some polished. I like polished stuff with the, like for example, the wheels. So both cars have Douglas Sectors. These are Douglas Sector beadlocks. These are 15 I think they're 15 by 8 in the front and 15 by 11 in the back on both cars. You'll notice I have these polished. I recently redid these wheels. They are El Arcos, which is the pattern in the center. Douglas sectors are available in 2 different patterns, and they normally come black or gray. And so what I did is I disassembled these and polished them. Other items, there's a Weller Racing steering rack and tie rods on both cars. That's this is actually the Gen 1 on the blue car. I just haven't updated it yet. The red and black car recently got the Gen 2, which is their new rebuildable rack. That's a fantastic product. Neither one of them are like the boosted steering system. It's basically stock ratio. It's a stock design as far as like the steering, power steering and everything like that. It's just the Weller rack and tie rods, so it feels a lot better. All the electronics are handled by Switch Pros in both cars. That's right next to the Power Vision. The Switch Pros, of course, control all of the lights, such as the Baja Designs light bar, the Baja Designs rear view mirrors, the quick light whips with optional brake lights. There is underglow lights as well. This one's red and that one's blue. So here's a picture of those. It's kind of dirty. And then both cars have little halo lights around the headlights. These are aftermarket Baja Designs headlights, and there's little halos on those. I think they look cool. The kids love them. So, also both cars have alien lasers, which again, kind of a novelty, but these things are really cool. And then, let's see, both cars have rugged radios and intercom, so passenger to passenger as well as car to car. You'll notice the light bar on this blue car is a 50-inch, and the light bar on the red and black car is a 40-inch. That was an availability thing whenever I got that. The tire choice is probably the most significant difference with driving these cars. The SS360s, these are the 32-inch by 10s up front, and the rears are the 32 by 12 HP. So it's the deeper paddle. And the SS360s are cut. So you'll see these are grooves that are in here to make the carcass lighter. So that's front and rear. And I had a local Winoka, Oklahoma guy named Alan help me out with that. He has a good rig set up to do tire grooving. And then over here on the blue car, I have a Sand Tires Unlimited setup. This is Tribute 31s up front that are also cut. The carcass is cut, as well as, so the Tributes normally have another paddle right there that's cut off. And then SR31 Blackbirds in the back. This is number 2 cut. Number 2 paddle is what's left, and then the carcass is also race cut. Turner Eagle axles, front and rear on both cars. The Turner front axles for the YXZ 1000 are all the same. They only offer one grade, but the rear axles, they offer, I think, 3 different levels. And the blue car here is their highest level. They, I think they're called Extremes, and they come with these blue high-temp boots that you see there. I did that when I did the rear differential recently. And then the black car is their normal axle. Turner Pro Eagles is what I think they call these. and it has optional high temperature grease, which is actually a pretty expensive option in my opinion, but it's the only way to get black boots. I didn't want to get the extreme axles on this one because I don't want blue boots. So this is the best axle I could get from Turner with black boots. There's a long list of things that I don't really know. I don't really have off the top of my head, just because of what all Weller has done internally to the engines and the transmissions. I do know there's a lot of JTE performance parts on these cars. So you can see the alternator. That's the JTE alternator kit that is compatible with the boost lock clutches. See if I can get in there. There you can kind of see the boost lock over the alternator. And also has JTE fuel system. I think it's his fuel pump and fuel pump mount on both cars, and I want to say it's their fuel rail also, but I'm not sure about that. So you can kind of see in there the boost lock. That's a boost lock on the back of the transmission. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to put these covers back on. Well, I guess I didn't mention the Simpson seats and harnesses. These are Simpson Vortec seats. These are actually Vortec 1 seats. They don't make them anymore. The new ones are called Vortec 2s. And if you're just looking at the seats, you can tell because Vortec 2 has a plastic insert right here. And a more subtle difference is the seat cushion is actually a little bit different size. So these are a little bit longer than the Vortec 2. That encroaches on your knee space on some cars, I guess, so they changed it a little bit shorter on the Vortec 2. Okay, well, I'm gonna put these covers on and turn on some of the lights. You can see why we call them Fire and Ice. It's a nickname for these two cars. The blue one is for my son, Carter. The red and black one is for my daughter, Brooklyn. The quick light whips are, you can get them in different lengths and you can change them easily. I normally have short little like 6-inch ones on this one, on Carter's car, but don't have them here with me today. So you can get this in different lengths. This is like a 2-foot. You can get, so Brooklyn's car has 6-foot, which I almost never use anymore. We normally have 2-foot on hers and like 6-inch on his. I just don't have them with me. But the beauty of a quick light whip is the only electronics are in the LED, are in the base. This is just a single piece of fiber optic. It's one of my favorite whips. I love them. It's a real pretty glow, real consistent, indirect lighting. You don't see the actual LED at all in the tube. And then also these alien lasers. It's just a really bright laser that shoots up. Obviously in the shop, it doesn't really do it justice, but these are some really cool on a foggy or a dusty conditions. So here's some photos of what these look like out in the dunes. I have these on 5 of my UTVs now. I love the alien lasers, they're cool. So these decals are reflective, so that's really cool at night. When headlights hit it, it lights up Yamaha real big. And then also on the roof is a tuning fork that is also reflective on both cars. So that looks really neat as well. Hopefully we're not ever on our side and anybody sees the tuning fork on the roof, but it's there. Sometimes if you're riding a bowl or a dune or something sideways, you can see it. Okay, so this is it. We're actually designing merch for these 2 cars right now. We're gonna have Fire and Ice t-shirts available soon. And that's gonna be part of my new business in Winoka, Oklahoma called America's Oasis, where we offer kind of a sand resort is what we're calling it, for an event venue for special events. We have several events already scheduled, as well as camping on site. We have cabins, we have barns, we have RV spots, and drag strip is there, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So look forward to seeing that. You'll be able to buy the merch on americasoasis.com, and like and subscribe, and you can like and subscribe my page, or like and subscribe America's Oasis page. Thanks for watching. Bye.